Hello, friends. It's been a long time. I'm your friend, Joshua Gray. And this is my
Please
friend.
close the door and sit down on the couch.
Yeah.
And get ready for the GGrated podcast.
Everybody who just found our podcast is left now. Let's go.
GG, have a good game. Come see your buddies, Gino and Gray, and it's free. Gino with the news, Gray with the deals. You gotta take it from me. It's coming fast. It's a game of future and nostalgic past. Let's get it. Let's get it. The GGrated podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, next one was playing. I'll fix that later. Okay. This is a GG-rated podcast where we talk about gaming tech, movies, news, and much, much more. I'm your host, Joshua Gray, and this is my other host, co-host, also host. We're both number one on the list here.
I like how you did that.
Hey,
like,
Gino.
wait.
What's up?
Hey, man.
What's up?
How's it been going? My wife is letting me keep the guitar behind me, so I have a little bit of decoration. Not as cool as Josh's background if you watch it on YouTube right now. He's got the Switch, got the anime playing in the back.
Dude, dude, check it out. I got my drum set over there.
It's nice.
I got my racing sim over there set up.
Yeah.
It's getting good in here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still.
It's
I might have just screwed up my camera. Dang it. Talk to the people. I should have never picked it up. Talk to the people.
But hopefully at some point, me and my wife will have the bookshelf behind me, so I'll be able to put a bunch of just cool stuff all over the back and drop some like hints on stuff like Phil does with Xbox all the time, right? On the bookshelf.
Yeah, dude.
But,
we're going to have our own gaming system back there on the shelf. They're going to be like, oh, what's that? What is that? Is that the new Xbox handheld? Like, what?
We're developing over here.
Yeah.
Speaking of handhelds,
penis. Oh, wait.
News.
Sorry.
Oh,
my intrusive thoughts won.
Let's get out of the way right now. We got the Switch 2 coming out on June 5th. I have it pre-ordered. I will have it. So hopefully, as long as GameStop doesn't drop the ball or anything, we should be having a Switch 2 to look at, kind of review, kind of have fun with. We got a guy show coming up on the 15th, right, Josh?
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing some hands-on with the Switch 2. He's going to bring his Switch. I'll bring my older Switch, and we're going to play around with it a little bit, and maybe we get a little video out or something of it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, that's going to be cool because it's the new hot thing, the Switch 2. It's hot. Everybody loves
finally,
it.
After 8 years later. But
what's the vibe on it? Like, what's everybody saying? Is everybody like, this is the best thing ever?
I think the biggest controversy with it is the virtual cards. So it's like a way of sharing the games by virtual card, but it's like if you you have to buy digital for the virtual cards, or it's up to the developer to do a virtual card. The problem is they only offer a 64 gig memory card for everything. So let's think about if you have like a Hades 2, right? How many gigs does it take to download Hades 2?
Oh, it should be like hardly nothing, right?
Yeah, it'd be like, like a Tetris. Think of like Tetris 100 or whatever it is, right? It's 4 gigs or 12 gigs or 20 or something like that. Well, they're having to spend money on 64 gigs for that card, for that game card. And they're not offering 32 gig, 8 gig. They're not offering any other sizes. So what developer is going to spend that extra money for what? Just so they can get that virtual card put on there, which only takes like maybe like 4 gigs or something. It's a great thing overall, but the problem is I think they're pushing more for the digital. This is going to be their new format come the Switch 2 Pro, or whatever it is. And there's not going to be any more game cards. And honestly, like I was just telling you, Josh, like I'll show you real quick. I was just showing you a second ago, but I've been buying these two because the only system I collect on is the Switch, right? And I got these two. Turn this sideways, but these two that I got, and my son plays the Switch a lot, but I mean, got all the games and stuff. I love collecting these games, and the good thing about it is you can just pop it in and play. right? That's what you want.
Yeah.
Josh was talking to me not too long ago, guys, about he wanted his son Shep to be able to have that same ability. That's why you want the N64, right? Is to have the same ability of taking the cartridge out, maybe blowing on it a little bit. I don't know, like we used to do, and then putting it in to get that feeling, that nostalgia feeling, maybe or something, or it's just part of the experience, right? You taking the game out, putting it back in.
Yeah, it's a thing that I think a lot of kids are missing out on today because it actually makes you a part of the experience. I heard somebody compare this to when you have a record player. You actually had to get it out. You looked at it.
My daughter has one.
You put it on the thing. You put the little needle on it. It made you a part of the music listening experience. You're more invested in it so that you're actually going to like sit there and pay attention to the music. And I kind of feel like that is the same kind of vibe when you're actually putting a game cartridge in a console, like you're sitting there to play it. Nowadays, you have 3 things at once. Like now I'm so bad with it to where when I'm doing a game, I'm like listening to a podcast too. Like I have all these different things to occupy my mind. And that's actually something I'm going to talk about today. There's a game I've been playing with my wife that I'm not doing anything else, but we're both like on that together. It's so fun. But we'll talk about it.
Dude, that's all. So we're going to have to talk about that. Mm-hmm. But overall, I think what you're saying, not trying to drag it out too much, but hey, getting that cartridge, my son has been doing phenomenal with it. That's why I got something a little easier to open and close, so he can take out, he knows how to put the game in, start it up, everything. Yeah. And he's super excited about getting my old Switch since I'm getting the Switch too. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. That's really cool, man. So do you have a game moment of the week?
I do not, man. I really do not.
It's okay. I'll talk about mine.
Yeah.
We're going to roll into it. We're going to roll into the game moment of the week. This moment is our favorite moment from the past week. And like, honestly, it'll be from like the past like few weeks because it's been a while since we've recorded, but you get the idea. As always, you have any gaming moment, send it to us, whatever. Nobody's doing it. Don't care, whatever. So, game on. I'm just playing. I'm just messing around. I'm just funning right now.
Oh, yeah.
Gaming moment of the week. Here we go. All right, my game. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to fix that. It's on a playlist. It's playing everything at once. Anyways.
It just goes to the next one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I need to stop that. Anyways, guys. I've been playing Split Fiction with my wife. I bought it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did.
My wife
that.
actually.
So he decided not to wait for me, guys. Is what it
I
was.
couldn't wait anymore. I couldn't wait anymore. My wife, and it was Mother's Day too. She's like, that game looks fun. Let's play it together. And I was like, okay. So I went ahead and bought it. It was $50. Don't care. It was entirely worth it. Entirely worth it. And let me tell you, we started.
Awesome. I heard.
Dude, it's so good because. It's like a million games wrapped up in one. I'm just going to go ahead and break down the story for you. You're playing as Mio and another lady I can't remember, and you're together. You go to this place. This guy has invented some sort of machine to where that you step inside of it. You're in like this bubble, and you go into this world inside of the machine, and it makes your stories that are in your head that you've written, it makes them come alive. So that you can actually go through the story. And the whole time his whole point is he told them he was going to publish their stories. But what he's actually doing is he's stealing the stories from their head, is what's happening. And something happens. This isn't a big spoiler because it happens at the beginning of the game. Something happens and both of those girls get stuck in the same bubble together, so they're going in and out of each other's stories, ones that they've written that they want published and others that they might have worked on when they were younger that they didn't tell anyone about. And the whole idea is when they complete their stories, it gets taken out of the machine so that it can't be stolen. So they're actually trying to go through the stories together so that they don't get stolen. And dude, so let me tell you, it started off in a science fiction world, and then you go over to this medieval world, and then you go over to where you're 2 pigs and you have abilities. One can like fart rainbows and fly, and the other one can turn into a spring. I'm telling you, it's off the wall. But the gameplay
It's
is
like some Nintendo stuff there. That's what
dude,
that sounds like.
it's crazy, and the whole time you're like hopping in and out of these different worlds, and you're doing all kind of different gameplay. Like we've done shooting, fighting, platforming, puzzle. We've done all this stuff together, and we've only been playing the game like an hour. Like, and there's so much left. It is awesome. It is so fun, and my wife really enjoys it. She's getting good now, finally, with the controller.
Did y'all have any bickering or kind of fighting at first? Like,
Oh yeah,
come over here.
yeah.
Okay,
I was like, hit RB, and she's like, "What's RB?" And I'm like, "I told you, it's the one up there." And her whole thing is she's trying to get used to actually using the left and the right stick together to where you have to like walk and all that stuff.
That's a whole nother thing too.
It really is.
You kind of get used to it being a gamer. You're used to that, right?
Yeah.
And you don't really expect somebody. You expect everybody else to just like pick it up, but it's just.
But she's kind of getting thrown in the deep end because it's all these different games that we've learned to play our whole lives. She's playing them all at once. So it's not only platforming, it's also a shooter. It's also you're going to be like running on walls and hopping with a double jump and a dash, but also it's going to turn into Titanfall, but it also turns into a side-scrolling action adventure. Like all these different games, I'm telling you, is so fun. And honestly, I can't really name a particular moment. Probably the one with the pigs because it's so crazy. I don't want to spoil it, but something happens to the pigs and okay, I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil.
Okay,
no,
okay.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, I want to spoil it. I want to spoil it.
Play it.
What,
Do not
dude?
Spoil it for anybody.
What happens at the end? I have never played something like this so crazy. We were both cracking up, laughing together. I'm telling you, it was such a bonding experience.
That's awesome.
And we've had a great time. I'm having a blast playing with my wife on Split Fiction. So that's my gaming moment.
Dude, that's a cool gaming moment, not gonna lie. And then it's with your wife too, so that makes it even better.
It's special.
You know?
Like we put the kids to bed, and my oldest is like, "I want to watch y'all play." And we're like, "No, this is mom and dad's time.
This is our.
You go to bed." Oh, it's
because
so
you know
good.
he's gonna be like, "Let me play," and stuff. You know how kids are.
Yeah,
but
man,
I'm
great
gonna have
game.
to try to get Ashley because it's funny you say that when you do that with your wife and all that. And for anybody that's out there that doesn't really know, is our wives are not really the gamers. They support us gaming and stuff, but you don't see them gaming too much, right? I know my wife isn't. But we used to, when we was dating and stuff, we used to play Guitar Hero all the time. And she used to play against me. And dude, Ashley, my wife, is amazing. She can slay Guitar Hero, dude. Like she used to be able to slay it big time. But anyway, so it's fun playing with your wife. That's a cool story, man.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's awesome. So we've been having a great time. Is there anything particular? Like, have you been playing anything at all?
No, dude, I have not had time to play anything. I bought like some games, some Switch games and stuff, a bunch of them. Like, cause like during a break or off day or something, I stopped at like GameStop. They've been having like four games for $40 and stuff. So it's like 50% off, or they had buy two get one. And so I've been buying some stuff, doing some Pokemon stuff with my son. But as far as like gaming wise, I just haven't had a chance to just kind of sit down because I'm on these 12-hour shifts now, right? So by the time I get home, say I work 13 hours and then I get home, it's 14. It's like trying to spend time with the family, go to bed, get up, go to work, and so I've been a little bit busy. Sounds like excuses, but hopefully I can get some gaming in tonight, and I'm going to get some gaming in tomorrow. So
yeah, because it's your day off today.
I did play a little bit for dance, right? The past couple weeks, though.
Yeah, we did hop on a little bit of Warzone.
Yeah, we try to play a little bit. But that was pretty fun. We got a W. I will say that. That was a gaming moment. We got a big dub on that. That was fun.
Yeah, that was
dude,
really fun.
Hey, guys, I got to tell you about this just real quick. On that dub, we died, both me and Josh. And it took some random guy, like we didn't know, and he bought us back at the end. Like he took the dive, he went out for it, and he bought us back, and we ended up winning the game. Me and Josh, like the guy ended up dying, but me and Josh finished it up. So it was a super cool moment.
Dude, we were talking about it. Every now and then you'll get stuck in there with a rando who actually is like a team player who's really good and can bring it home for you. Yeah, that was great. And
it's a good feeling to actually have somebody like wanting the same thing you want by randomly getting them, So
yeah, it was great. Well, after that, our next section is gaming news and deals. Let's roll into that. gaming news and deals. On this section is where we talk about, you heard it, gaming news and deals. And we kind of look up the latest stuff. We talk about it, share our opinions and thoughts on it, and hopefully inform you a little bit. So, there was a deal in particular. I bought quite a few games recently on Steam because I was looking for stuff to play on my Steam Deck. Oh, one thing I didn't tell you that I forgot to tell you about Split Fiction. Plays amazing on the Steam Deck. And actually, we started playing on the computer, but then we decided to play downstairs. I was going to see how it played on the Steam Deck. And honestly, dude, was a great experience playing on the big screen. I up-resed it to 1080p, and it's got the AMD where it'll upscale it for you and all that. Yeah. And I was getting good frames. I bumped it down. It was on high, and then there was a lot going on because there's a lot of physics. There's a lot of stuff in the air, all of that. And I ended up bumping it down to medium and had great frame rates. You know, both of us.
That's awesome, though. That you can still do that with modern games.
Yeah. The only issue I was having was in the cut scenes, the audio was like delayed a little bit. Wasn't like game breaking, but I think with a restart of the Steam Deck, it might fix it. I'll report back on that. But other than that, wonderful. It's been great. So we're just gonna probably play the whole game on the Steam Deck together, which is really cool.
Dude, that's pretty cool. That's what I'm excited about with the Switch is for the handheld experience is when it's docked, 4K. It's actually finally going to be 4K.
Yeah,
finally. That's so and it has a fan in the dock and
dude,
I'm
gonna need to bring my controller when we go on our guys trip so that we can all kind of hook it up together.
Yeah, I've got some controllers, but yeah, definitely bring it. Gonna have to.
I got my 8-bit dude that's good for on there. So
yeah, I got one too. Yeah.
Sweet.
What other deals do you got, man, before I go over this gaming news that we have to talk about, dude?
Dude, let's just go ahead and go to the gaming news. Let's just go ahead and hit it.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right, so we have to talk about the leak for the X. I've been so vested on this Xbox handheld. Could you know I'm a huge handheld guy. Maybe not as big as Josh, guys, but I'm vested on this Xbox handheld because I have so many Xbox games. I was in the Xbox ecosystem for so long. I'm a PC Game Pass member. I used to be an Ultimate member for years. I used to mess with Josh about getting it, try to get it. And they're going to implement whatever they make. They're going to implement Game Pass. So that being said, there was a leak thanks to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. No, not the device being developed in-house that Microsoft Gaming CEO previously mentioned was still years away. I'm talking about Project Keenan, the spirit of an Xbox handheld trapped inside the shell of an Asus ROG Ally that's due out later this year. So this is not the infamous one that they're going to come out with years from now that's just solely Xbox. But this is one they've been working with Asus that's supposed to be even more powerful than the Steam Deck, okay? And there's the leak. Josh has got it pulled up on YouTube right now.
Yep, this is Destin. This is the YouTube channel Destin, so all credit goes to him.
Awesome.
He's really good.
Right, thank you, Destin. Yeah, he is really good, and he likes to kind of touch base on this kind of stuff. And I got to say, I don't know how much I like. There's a white version and black version that got leaked. I don't know if I like the handheld, the handles of it too much.
Looks chonky. Looks like a chonky boy.
It does. And the blacked out button, if there's another picture, if you can go back to the other picture maybe, or maybe there's one more that's white. There it is. Keep going. It's that one right there. Go back. So if you go back to the one before, you see a black button on the left side by the left joystick. That button supposedly is going to be the Xbox button. There's going to be a dedicated Xbox button. I believe it's going to take you straight to Game Pass or maybe the Xbox menu. So it's going to be literally like an Xbox in your hands. And it's going to be more powerful than the Steam Deck. So you're going to get solid 1080p at least, at minimum, on this Steam Deck. On this ROG Ally 2. And you're going to be able to run all these games. So Call of Duty and everything else is going to be run on here. And the biggest thing about it, are we going to see the new mobile software that Xbox has been developing? Because
is it kind of like SteamOS, like their version of SteamOS?
Exactly. You nailed it. And I feel like ever since that happened, they've been talking about it. And I think that they're using the ROG Ally, right, to get that invaluable data that they need to perfect their Xbox handheld coming up still years away. So when the Xbox handheld comes years from now, they're going to have it's going to be a revamped Xbox mobile platform, kind of like the Steam OS, like they have on the Steam Deck.
Right.
So I'm super excited about it. I'm glad we finally got an image of it. Now this thing could change a little bit, have some tweaks. It'd probably be thinner, maybe, or something. But I mean, I could totally work with this, man. Being an Xbox handheld.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll go with the ROG Ally because I got the Steam Deck, man. I just love my Steam Deck. I absolutely love it. In the Switch too and all. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a pretty cool little thing, I think. And I'm glad that it sucks that the FCC lets all these leaks kind of get out like that, because they have to file with the FCC.
Oh,
but
right.
at the same time, we get an inside look to a lot of these companies, what they're working on.
Right. Yeah. Man, I think it's really cool. I think it's a great option, especially for people that are in that Xbox ecosystem. That's where they primarily buy all of their games. I'm kind of the one so I feel like I'm good on my handheld. I love my Steam Deck. I play the crap out of it. I know that system very, very well. A lot of things just work. I mean, there are some things you got to kind of fiddle with, but what I'm really looking forward to is if Steam would make their own Steam box that I could keep hooked to the TV at all times.
There's rumors of that as well. Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited about. But I still think that's really, really cool. Yeah, all of my Steam games right there. And kind of like an Xbox, form factor.
That would wipe out the console. I feel like it would. Because the biggest issue with console is the prices.
Yeah.
Right? Look at Nintendo. They just announced on this next generation, it's $80 games. Steam, for years, have stayed consistently with sales where you can get AAA games for pennies, pretty much.
Yeah, and the whole thing is they refuse to go public. They want to keep everything in-house. They could literally make like probably billions more dollars if they went public and, they allowed people to trade the stock. I don't know how all that works, but this is just what I hear, that Gabe Newell, I think the owner of Steam, he refuses to do it. He's like, no, it's going to be our own thing. We're going to do what we want. We make more than enough money, like we're good. And that's the kind of attitude I like. Like, that's why I think Steam is so popular. And there's rumors too that they're really good to their developers. Like, they give them extra money, extra incentives. And that's the way it should be. There's more than enough to go around for everybody. People should be rewarded for their hard work. And just not be so greedy. Like, I feel like Steam, that's their main thing. They're just not greedy. Like,
But they don't have that outlook of being greedy. Let's say that, right?
Yeah, like, there's probably stuff going on behind the scenes that would be gross, I'm sure. But, for just us outside looking in, they seem like an amazing company that does amazing things. So that's why
there was rumors. There was rumors of them being bought out multiple times, but they're holding tight, and I think their patience on the whole ecosystem has kind of worked out in their favor for the future, and everybody wants a part of it now when they'd even think twice about the Steam, know, and with them, they're trying to put their OS on a lot more as well. I think they're offering Steam OS on other devices. I believe now,
so you can download Steam OS right now, but there's other ways to get it. There's other programs that work along with it so that you can build your own computer that runs off of Steam, basically. And supposedly people are getting really good performance off of computers that they're building themselves that have a dedicated Steam OS, because it's based off of Linux. It's got its own browser. It's being expanded more and more, but Steam itself is going to come out with one that you can download on any system. I think they're still working on that.
Which would be killer, man.
Killer. That's what I want.
But Xbox is trying to get there, guys, and you can't not deny that.
They're dude. Hey, and I love my Xbox. That's what I have back there. Yeah. My racing sim is running off an Xbox One X, and it works great. Everything just works. That's what I love about it.
Can I make a prediction to you though on
Sure.
this? This is my prediction. So I know the ROG Ally 2, if y'all are wondering, I just want to throw out there real quick. This summer at the Xbox, the Summer Game Fest, there's supposed to be the announcement for that ROG Ally 2. So we'll get a little bit more information come this summer. But I feel like PlayStation Vita. Do you remember that system for PlayStation?
Yeah, it's very
I feel
popular.
like they're going to throw their hands in the pot. Again, they just haven't said anything. I
they
feel
need
like
to.
they're going to.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because they make very good handheld.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
they did. So
I have a
so I
PSP and it still works. You know, the battery sucks
Yeah.
on it now because it's so old, but still works. Still looks pretty good, all things considered. It's crazy.
So my prediction is PlayStation goes in, throws their hat in the room. All right. Xbox is obviously already said they're going to throw that hat in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Steam already with Steam OS, and you got Asus and all that. And you have some other weird ones that they're just doing too much or whatever. But
Run off of Windows. There's a lot of
yeah.
ones that run off of Windows.
Exactly. So I'm talking about software OS stuff. You got the Switch. I don't know why I didn't even just mention the Switch, but all these handhelds, they're converting to hybrid systems. I think if PlayStation does not do handheld, they're going to be in some serious trouble.
Yeah, I think so too.
Me.
I think so too.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, it seems to be.
And you haven't heard a word. Have you heard anything about it? I mean,
no,
I haven't heard
and
anything.
that's what's crazy is people for years have been saying we want another PlayStation Vita, or at least like a lot of people get those and they like jailbreak them and they do all kind of cool things with them because they're still amazing systems. They make
so
really good hardware.
They look so good.
Yeah, they make great hardware, and they did come out with that PlayStation Portal a while back. Don't you have one of those?
Yeah, I did. I ended up selling it because you have the issue when it comes with the cloud. It's just cloud based.
Yeah.
Is no matter, and I have like 1,000 gigabytes down or whatever, right? And it's just like I have the fastest internet, but it still does not give you the same quality as you play on hardware, right? So I didn't want no lag. I didn't want at that pivotal moment when I'm trying to do a racing game, if I want to play Call of Duty or something like that, I don't want that lag. I want that frame rate. I want that nice. And now the convenience of it was great, right?
But because you can
just
stream
wasn't
from your Plstation 5 directly to that too, right?
But it still have a little stutter to it. And there is. There always will be. And until they fix that. So that's another thing that Xbox is apparently doing a new controller. This is a little extra news for y'all guys. Xbox is doing a controller set to be released this year. And it's supposed to do do you remember Stadia, Google Stadia?
Yeah.
The one thing they did right is they had the controller for Google Stadia that connects straight to your Wi-Fi and not your box. So it doesn't go Bluetooth to your box and then from your box to your Wi-Fi. And that's where the lag comes in. They're going to have it set up just like that, where it connects straight to your Wi-Fi. So you can take that controller, go from your TV, and then go to your Xbox and it should work.
Oh, cool.
Or go to your PC and it should work.
Yeah.
So they're doing some things.
That's
we'll
one thing I dig about my 8-bit do is, you can do Bluetooth, but also it's got a little like stick, like a USB drive that you can stick in anything and it just works off of that. And that's a really cool thing. And you can actually stick it in the dock. So it's like built into the dock. So when you plug your dock in, everything just works. So I got it downstairs hooked up to the Steam Deck and it works great on there. And if I ever want to use it on the computer, I can just bring it up here. But yeah, that there's still room for improvement on a lot of controller stuff so that it just works everywhere. Would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well, that's your gaming news, guys. And if you have any gaming news that you think you want us to cover, make sure you let us know. But let's go into the deals. Do you have any good deals for everybody this week?
Dude, honestly, no. I haven't really been looking. If I could, I want to go back in my Steam library and look at what I've just bought. But a lot of things probably aren't on sale anymore. I bought a bunch of games that were like real cheap.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of peruse through there and see what I got recently. But honestly, I wasn't really prepared for going through it all.
Well, I can tell you this real quick. I can look at the deals and see what we have. You know?
Just take a look. And this will come
Yeah.
out in like 2 days, and hopefully it'll still be around then.
So right now, the best deal right now they have until May 19th on Steam is going to be Black Mesa, MESA.
I've heard about
Black
that.
Mesa.
What is that game about?
It's a $20 normal game. It's 90% off, $1.99. It's let me tell you what it is a little bit. Hang on, see if it gives me like a little summary. I don't know. Let me view it on Steam. It's actually a remake.
Mm-hmm.
Where would it say what it is about? Because I don't see where it would say it's about. I'm gonna add to my
Black
wish list.
Mesa.
It looks like it's a first person game about this game. Relive Half-Life. Black Mesa is the fan-made reimagining of Valve's software Half-Life.
Oh.
So the definitive
Okay.
edition brings together all the improvements to graphics and gameplay across 15 years of development to create the final version of Black Mesa. So you are Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist at the Black Mesa Research Facility. When a routine experiment goes horribly wrong, you must fight your way through an interdimensional alien invasion and a bloodthirsty military cleanup crew in order to save the science team in the world.
I was going to pull it up, but anyway. Yeah, cool. So a lot of people are really into Half-Life. I never got into it. It was a vibe. It was a thing more for PC players, I think, because there's a lot of like mods and stuff people have done. You've probably seen them, a lot of Half-Life stuff. Supposedly a really good story, and supposedly Half-Life Alyx is one of the best VR games ever made, if not the best one. It's considered the best VR game ever. And I've never played it. I want to. I'm always trying to catch it on sale and never pull the trigger.
Half-Life, I heard, is so good too.
Mm-hmm.
Half-Life is. Let me go to Xbox real quick. Then I'll go to PlayStation and Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just go over some just real quick for them. So if you go to Xbox right now, we have some deals, which is going to be good until, let me make sure I let y'all know that. It does not have an ending date on it, but they're up to 90% off as of right now. As of right now, they're about 80, 90% off. So Source of Madness, which is $2.99, normally $20, 85% off.
Whoa.
You got Mafia, which is Definitive Edition.
Ooh, that's cool.
For $5.99.
Oh.
It's usually $40.
I might have to look into that, because that's the one where you're an investigator and there's actually a lot of cool facial animations where you're trying to tell if folks are lying or if something's about to go down. It looks like a really cool game.
I kind of might snap that up too. I'm not gonna lie, on Xbox, but and maybe it's on Game Pass. I'll see. But those two games are showing as very hot right now and flying off the deal shelf.
Off of the digital shelf there.
The digital shelf. I will just want to mention a couple extra for Xbox. Mafia 2, Xbox 360 game. It's $5.99 too. Normally $30, 80% off.
Mm-hmm.
They got a Pac-Man. If you like Pac-Man kind of going back a little bit, you got Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle. Chomp Chomps. It was called $1.99, dude. 90% off for Xbox. So try to snag them up. There's a lot more, but make sure you check your Xbox out and snag those up, okay? So let's go over to PlayStation and see what kind of stuff they got for PlayStation real quick. Might be kind of the same. So they also have the Mafia trilogy. So if you want to get it on PlayStation, guys, you can definitely do that. We got the weekend deal, which might be over by this point. Sometimes it runs until tonight. So we'll try to snag that up, but let's look at that right now. It's still on sale. You got the casting of Frank Stone for $7.99, normally $40.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got Sea of Thieves, which is an Xbox game, actually going over to PlayStation. It's a hot deal right now, $20, normally $40, 50% off. Red Dead Redemption 2, $15, normally $60.
I gotta buy that game. It's so good.
It
plays good on Steam Deck too.
It does. It actually, I tried it on Steam Deck. The Witcher 3, I think I have that game, by the way, on a Steam.
Yeah, I think it's one that you can't share to your friends for some reason.
Oh, that's right. We looked at that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
The Witcher 3, $7.99.
Good one. I got that game. I haven't played it all. I played the beginning.
Doom Eternal.
Great game.
For PS4 and PS5, $10, 75% off, normally $40.
That's awesome.
That's a great game to play. Cyberpunk, $25, normally $50, 50% off of Cyberpunk. That's a great game as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one I'll throw out, let me throw out a little cheat one over here. We got Payday 3. I don't know if I can recommend that though.
Nah.
It's $11.99. We tried playing that and it just did not work too well for us. So
yeah,
here we go. Xbox game. This would be a great one for you. Deathloop. I know Josh really liked this game. I think he played it. It is $11.99, 80% off. Deathloop for PlayStation. So that's some PlayStation. There's a little bit more, guys, but those games are just some phenomenal games. So check out your PlayStation, Xbox deals, and I'll tell you real quick and see if we can have any Nintendo deals. Real quick, Nintendo Switch, and you want to look at this too because the Switch games, a lot of times, is going to play on the Switch too. Mostly every Switch game is going to play on the Switch too. So you definitely want to check that. Mm-hmm. You got Sifu right now for the Nintendo Switch. Josh got me on this game. Phenomenal game. I love this game.
Super cool.
It's so cool. It's $11.99. I spent when Josh told. Let me just tell you about this game. When I played it to try it out for Josh, I ended up playing it for 3 hours. So you get sucked into this game pretty good.
Yeah.
It's $11.99. It was normally $40. It's $11.99 for the Switch now, 70% off.
Really good game.
That's the only game that's showing at this point. Let me see if there's anything else for the Switch, but it's very hard to catch any Switch deals as of this point. But I think that might be the only one. They do have some memberships and stuff like that, but guys, there's not really anything else for sale for the Switch right now. So snag up Sifu right now for $12. It's a great game to get. I recommend getting physical, but that's going to be your deals of the week.
I love it. That's
what you
really
think about
good.
That, Josh?
I think that was very well done and very informative. And also, I was going to see, do you have a main topic? Because I have something we can talk about if you don't.
I don't.
All right. Well, check this out. Let's roll into our main topic. There was a little trailer that came out not too long ago by the name of Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6. I was just going to play a little bit of it.
We're going to the GTA 6 topic, I see.
Bro, let me tell you, a lot of people are so excited about what's going on right now because there's parts of the game, like I saw some clips of it, and it looks like real life, dude. It's crazy. That guy's driving a Raptor.
Yeah. People were confused, thinking it wasn't video game footage.
Yeah, look at that, man. I mean, it looks awesome, and I'm excited about the story and everything. It looks like, an actual, Bonnie and Clyde situation. I think he goes
crazy,
and a lot of people think it's going to be like San Andreas. I'm gonna stop right there. I want to show you something too. If you look close, you can see the liquid in the beer bottles moving around. There's actual physics.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, actual physics of stuff going down. A lot of people have dissected this trailer.
The cops.
A lot of people dissected it and I'm checking it out, looking at all the crazy stuff happening.
I heard the map's gonna be so big, dude.
Supposedly it's gonna have, I guess, some
Vice
maps
City
from the other games. Vice City. Looks really cool, and
she looks gorgeous, by the way.
Oh yeah,
she's
very well-rounded lady.
She well-rounded,
but it's really neat, and
it's got to be a Bonnie and Clyde situation going on.
And a lot of people think it's going to be like off of San Andreas. Remember, you could work out, you could get buff, you could eat a lot, you would get fat. Kind of had that game mechanics in it. A lot of cool physics. When you have good physics in a game, I think it really makes it. I'm not a huge fan of how Grand Theft Auto controls. It always feels real laggy.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling it's different because
when you go to punch, you're like
yeah. It's all the physics and stuff that are going on. I get it. They have to make it work, but it looks crazy, and it looks like it's going to have a very interesting story.
But
Yeah.
It's exciting. They got the PlayStation controllers in there. It's exciting, but like, are they going to like not release it till 2026?
Yeah,
Like, I
it's gonna
think
be
that's a
next
little
year.
ridiculous. Is that not ridiculous? Like, this
So
ain't a 5-year developer cycle. They've been
right.
having how long to develop this game? It's kind of ridiculous. To
Well,
me.
you know what I hear is the issue. So this is what I've heard. Don't know the validity of it, but what I heard is that the story is done. They're done, but it comes down to the multiplayer and all that. They're expecting so many people to log on to this game that they want to make sure that they can handle it. So they're building up the like infrastructure and all that stuff, because you have so many games that come out and it's really popular. Everybody tries to get on and it crashes everything. So they're wanting to make sure that everything is just right so that people can log on and play, because Grand Theft Auto 5 is still one of the top sellers. Like, people still play that game, still love it. And they don't have a lot of issues when it comes to that. You know, they have it worked out. So I think the whole deal is they're getting ready because they're expecting like millions of people to hop on at once, and they need to make sure that it can handle it, because a lot of people just love the online play. I mean, they've built whole worlds. You have RP servers where people pretend to be police officers, and you know, they like role play that, and so they're getting ready. It's going to be a big deal. Dude. Yeah. So I think that's the main issue that they're waiting on. There could be some other things, but to my knowledge, the story's done. Like, it's ready. That'd be cool if they just released the story so we could play that. That would be cool. But
do you think it's going to overtake the GTA 5 to that level, though?
I think
it's going to be. Is the hype too much or no? Do you think the hype is real?
I think the hype's real, man. You look at Grand Theft Auto 5, still one of the top sellers, and it's like 10 years old. Like, that game is that old. People still play it. They just came out with an updated graphics pack for it too, so that breathes some like new life into
it.
For
PC, finally. For PC.
And I haven't tried it yet, but I want to, because bet it looks really good.
It didn't turn out too good at first, but I think they fixed it.
Oh, okay.
You know, it took them 10 years to come out on PC with it. They're not releasing GTA 6 on PC. So they're probably going to do the same kind of format.
They're not? Oh, well, that sucks. Well, I won't be playing it until it's out on PC.
Yeah. Well, you have an Xbox.
But I don't think it plays the new ones. Yeah. So hopefully they'll release it sooner than later, you know.
Speaking of, make sure you might want to wait or get a PlayStation or something, because Xbox rose their prices as well. So you got to look at that too, with the prices getting risen a little bit on these consoles, not going cheap, not going any cheaper. Yeah. Almost, outpricing gamers. So maybe GTA, you got to look at that. You can't tell me they're not looking at the fact that, okay, if they release it right now with shipping and all that stuff, right? Because they're going to do physical with shipping and tariffs and all that kind of stuff. The analytics probably ain't looking right. It's not the best time to probably release their top game that they waited 10 years for. It's probably the worst time. So they might wait a little bit till things settle down, and maybe that's why they're doing the 2026. I just don't think the developing issue, I just want to throw out there, I don't think that's the excuse for the developing, making sure, because you had 10 years. Over 10 years.
I know, but I don't know. So if they're expecting this game to go another 10 years, I think they just want to get it right, because it's making them so much money. So much money.
They're not losing money on GTA 5, so at all.
Right. So this one's got to be better. Like, it's got to be as good or better.
They didn't do good with the GTA trilogy, I'll tell you that. They bombed that one. That one was pretty terrible. Yeah. The remastered GTA trilogy remastered they came out with.
I don't think I played that.
Dude, we're gonna have a lot of fun with GTA 6 though when it comes
out. For sure.
That's gonna be a fun game to play, to just try to do different things.
I hope it releases on PC sooner than later. I don't think they can afford to wait that long. Maybe like
at that point,
6 months
or
something. No, I'm not getting a PlayStation.
Or Switch 2.
Listen,
because it's going to release on Switch 2.
If a game that I loved enough came out on PlayStation, I would get one. But like, it's going to have to be.
That's the whole reason I got a PlayStation.
Exactly.
NCAA football. It's the same thing.
Like, that's why I got an Xbox, is because I wanted to play the original Titanfall. Like, that was the only reason. So I'm not saying that I won't, but as of right now, I'm not, because I would love to have one, but I can't really justify it yet. But Yeah,
hey, you should
looking
put
forward to
out on Facebook or something and say, hey guys, I would really like a PlayStation if anybody would like to donate.
Yeah.
I heard people do that sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
They say, here you go.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
thank
I
you.
don't think.
Nah, it'd be
Appreciate
all
it.
right. Yeah. Eventually, maybe. I mean, golly. And that news about Titanfall was pretty disappointing, too. I think there was a lot of buzz about a new Titanfall coming out, and then they fired a bunch of developers and canceled the project.
It's never coming out.
Dude, I'm telling you, some fans are going to get together and make something eventually, and everybody's going to play it.
They have Titanfall 3 somewhere. They have it somewhere. And it's developed some. There's no way
Is
you
it
can go
EA?
all this time.
Is it
Yeah,
EA? When they get involved
no
in crap, people do not sell your stuff to
Here
EA.
goes Josh's rant, guys.
Please,
hang on. Here we go.
Never.
Here we go.
Do not give
That's
your
EA and Titanfall in Josh's.
get it out of there. Golly, they freaking suck when it comes to that stuff. Because like everybody's excited, they don't listen to people. They're like, hey, we want this. Oh, you want Star Wars? Yeah, let me give you Star Wars. No. I mean, I'm sure some people, yeah, sure. Oh, you want another this game, this and that game? Oh, hey, how about we give you some Apex Legends?
I wish this was T.
How about we make another Apex Legends? Hey, let's all play that. No.
They can't even do that. No.
Give us Titanfall. I want Titanfall.
Well, they don't drop the ball on Apex. You heard that controversy. Like
No.
they just messed that game all up. So everybody left that game. So
was it all the
I
like
can't tell you last time
hackers
I even
and
played
stuff?
it. Yeah, it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, it's just they just messed up the balancing. They took out the what is it where you just play arenas? So they don't have arenas anymore.
Arenas was
I
fun.
think they might have just brought them back. Arenas was fun.
Yeah.
You know.
I would rather play
GTA
Fortnite.
6 I am looking forward to it. I'm not a huge GTA fan. I love going around and like it sounds horrible, but going around and like robbing the stores and having the police chase me and stuff
best.
like trying to steal the helicopter in the military base and stuff like
I
that.
own it on Xbox and I also own it on PC. So I've actually bought it twice. And it's really fun to play. The main thing I did is I would go to the military base. There's like a hill after you come out of a tunnel. I would jump that hill, jump into the military base, drive over there, steal a helicopter or
That's what I always did. I think
Harrier
everybody's trying to do
jet, and then go fly that around and shoot people. That was the main thing I did. Just
It was
go
so
explore. Fun. Yeah, great time. So, but anyways, that's it for today, I guess. If you have anything else.
That's all I got, man. I think it was an awesome show, guys. If you got any topics or anything like that you want to talk about, make sure you subscribe to us and make sure you follow and drop us a comment down below. Let us know.
Yes, let us know. And not really sure about scheduling and stuff. Just if you see us, do us a favor, click, listen. Let us know how we can get better, what you want to hear. If you want something different, we might have to squash the gaming moment of the week. That's fine. It's fine. I think Gino's been wanting to, and matter of fact, I kind of want to now. Let's just talk about it differently. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but anyway,
we'll figure it out, guys. Follow us on social media too. We got a TikTok. We got a Facebook as well. So make sure you follow us.
And
on there.
Gino's been streaming. What is your streamer name on TikTok?
The Evans Jr.
The Evans Jr. Check that out.
Yep.
Check it out. Love you guys. God bless. Have a good one.